April was a massive month with games. We had Path of Exile, Last Epoch, RuneScape Dragon Wilds dropping out of nowhere, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion just popped up today, and No Rest for the Wicked dropping April 30th still to come. However, we still have two major titles dropping in May, so let's jump in, let's go check them out. Doom the Dark Ages reinvents combat in the series, shifting from the Doom Eternal's breakneck speed and slower, more tactical engagements. Where Eternal kept players airborne with dashes and double jumps, Dark Ages grounds the Doomslayer with heavier movement and deliberate melee options. Early previews described the new combat as a feeling like an iron tank compared to the fighter jet acrobatics of Eternal. The Shield Saw embodies the shift. This hybrid weapon combines blocking, parrying and attacking into a single input, encouraging players to absorb damage and counter strategically rather than relying on quick dodges. Weapons like the Skull Crusher, which fire bone fragments, and melee tools such as the Flail and Iron Mace further emphasize close quarter strategy. Even glory kills have been reworked, now triggering in slow motion and requiring precise timing to maximize their impact. The combat feels less like a frantic sprint and more like a high stakes chess match, where every move must be calculated. Shifting gears from grounded tactics to high-flying spectacle, vehicle selection breaks up the standard combat loop. The cybernetic dragon and 30-story Atlan mech aren't just set pieces. They're fully controllable sequences that shift gameplay into third person. The dragon offers aerial combat with fire breath and tail swipes, while the mech delivers brute force stomps and artillery strikes. These moments provide both spectacle and a breather from the game's more methodical ground battles. Narrative takes center stage for the first time in this series. As a prequel exploring the Doomslayer's origins, Dark Ages introduces more cutscenes and character development than ever before. Early footage shows dialogue exchanges and story-driven set pieces, signaling a bold attempt to balance the franchise's signature violence with deeper world building. This narrative pivot is a calculated risk, aiming to expand the series' appeal while staying true to its roots. Previews highlight the weightier feel of the combat, noting the enemies hit harder, movement has more momentum, and weapons deliver visceral feedback. The Super Shotgun returns with noticeable recoil, forcing players to adjust their positioning. Even the UI reflects this shift, with larger lingering damage numbers emphasizing its impact. These changes mark a deliberate move towards calculated ground fights, a stark departure from Eternal's high-speed chaos. Elden Ring Nightreign takes the familiar Souls formula and turns it on its head. What happens when a game known for its solitary, methodical exploration transforms into adrenaline-fueled, squad-based battle royale? Their answer is a bold experiment that shatters expectations. Players are thrust into three-person squads, dropped into randomized versions of Limegrave, and tasked with surviving a 3-day cycle of looting, combat, and boss fights. Early testers have even likened the structure to Fortnite rather than traditional Souls games. Each run is a high-stakes, hour-long gauntlet split into 3 phases. The first 2 days lasting 15 to 20 minutes each, focus on scavenging gear and clearing enemy camps. As the night falls, the intensity ramps up with the boss fight, and the map begins to collapse into a closing circle, forcing final confrontations. The streamlined leveling system automatically adjusts stats based on character specializations, removing the deliberate stat allocation of previous titles. Weapons are unrestricted, encouraging experimentation, but progress resets after each run, leaving no room for permanent builds. Combat retains the weight of the precision of the original, but the context is entirely different. Without respawning enemies or NPC quest lines, the focus shifts to relentless, moment-to-moment action. The remixed Limegrave map introduces new structures and randomized elements, though some testers worry the familiar setting could grow stale. A spectral bird allows for quick traversal, replacing the deliberate pacing of horseback exploration. Boss fights, while still challenging, are shorter and more frequent, some lasting just a few minutes compared to the marathon battles of the base game. The squad dynamics add layers of strategy. Shared healing items demand coordination, and revives require teammates to stand still. Friendly fires are always on, turning wide weapon swings into risky maneuvers. These mechanics lead into chaotic, often hilarious encounters, though random matchmaking can frustrate when strategies clash. The lack of social hub also complicates grouping with friends. Loot follows battle royale conventions with randomized chests and rarity tiers. Legendary items like a frostbite, inflicting Bloodhound step dagger, encouraging experimentation but may alienate purists. The shift to shorter sessions and streamlined progression aim for broader appeal, but at the cost of Elden Ring atmospheric exploration and crypt storytelling. Early reactions are split. Some embrace the addictive loop, while others mourn the loss of its soul. To add a little bonus content, Ash's creation of the extremely ambitious MMO being made by Intrepid Studios has their third wave of keys coming into effect on the 1st of May. The game is currently in alpha, but I can tell you it is jam-packed with content, from crafting, PvP, open world dungeons, and many places to explore. There's more content in this game than many other completed games that are currently on the market. New servers will be released for the third wave, with many people starting fresh. If MMOs are your thing, I highly suggest heading over to Ashes of Creation website and picking yourself up a copy today. If developers are starting a trend where they release games at drop of a hat, I'm excited, so expect a few more games to come in May. However, with these 2 new titles, I'm excited with a change of direction. Let me know what you think. Are you going to be playing them? Do you like your change of direction? Either way, guys, have fun. See you in the next one.